And a very pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome to another broadcast here on RioSportsLive.com. We are in Toloso Midway, and it's back for the Rio Hondo Lady Bobcats as they are in Toloso Midway taking on the Cuero Gobblers. Gobblers are on the field, and the first hitter of the game is Nayeli Garcia. I'm joined by Albert Esparza. He'll be doing color commentary for a little while. He'll take over play-by-play. First pitch of the game is low for ball one. Albert, good day for this, but the wind is blowing out, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good day for softball. Nayeli Garcia up the bat. She has a good eye for the ball. She leads the district in walks, so she has a good eye for every pitch.
Next pitch is in there for a strike call. The pitcher on the mound is Reagan Dunn. Now, she went the distance from what we were told in every game of their three-game series coming into this for the Lady Gobblers, so obviously she has the strength to go a long way in this best-of-3 series. Next pitch coming. Garcia hit by a pitch, and there's a base runner.
Start off the inning with a base runner.
So for the Lady Bobcats, it was this field that the magic happened. They were down 11-2 in that game, Albert, and most teams, most years, most seasons are done. They found a way to come back and win that game.
Yes, and this batter right here, Bianca Cruz, is one of those key players in that lineup.
She stands in, the center fielder today for the Lady Bobcats, and again, you can hear the wind as a ball sails outside. The wind is a factor, my friends. It's blowing dead out to center field. That was not the case last week. That wind was keeping balls in play. Anything in the air has a chance of sailing out of here in a big-time hurry. Cruz stands in. Leader at first base takes the lead. Ball two sails outside. And the last thing you want to do to either of these teams, Mr. Esparza, is start putting base runners on without hits.
Rio Hondo has a lot of firepower on offense, so you're absolutely right. You get base runners on, and the next batter could hurt you.
Next pitch to Cruz, taking all the way, and that's outside for a ball. Wind, how important is that against the pitcher? I mean, you know in the back of your mind, I got to keep the ball low, but that ball is being pushed by the wind right back at you on the release.
Yeah, looks like Reagan is facing right in, pitching right into the wind. Looks like the flag is directly out in center field.
Next pitch coming is a swing and a miss. Threw one right past Bianca Cruz. Count goes to 3-1. This is the number 2 hitter. We're in the top of the first inning here at Toloso Midway. Reagan Dunn on the mound. Julissa Richmond behind the plate. Next pitch, swinging a shot into left field, and that's a hit. Gets by the left fielder, does a nice job of cutting it off. That's a hit by Cruz. First two have reached.
Nice opposite field hit down the left field line. So now we got runners at first and second.
Brings in Annie Alvarado, the shortstop, the number 3 hitter in the lineup.
Annie's playing shortstop tonight, and she is also a power at the plate.
This team, the starting lineup, hits near 700 on the season across the board, and Alvarado steps in. Chance of driving a run, big swing and a miss, strike one. Reagan Dunn on the mound. Behind the plate, Julissa Richmond. Down at first base, Ainsley Reeve. At second base is Andrea Aguilar. Down at third is Kasten Henhold. Shortstop, Destiny Ross. For the Lady Gobblers, a Cuero. Next pitch coming, showing a bunt, pulling it back, taking a strike. It's 0-2. In the outfield, Kendall Richardson is patrolling left. Mariah Guzman out in center field. And the right fielder today is Brooke Opiala. That's your defense for Cuero. A decent crowd on hand for this one. First game of a best-of-3 series. Next one is low. Wasted pitch takes the count to 1-2. First two have reached here for the Lady Bobcats of Rio Hondo. This is game 1. Game 2 tomorrow at 5 o'clock in the evening right back here. Next one high for a ball. It's now even at 2-2. After Alvarado on deck is Abby Torres, then Dominic DeJesus, Abby Alvarado, Kelsey Pizarro, April Adames, and then Atheniel Orozco. That's your lineup for the Lady Bobcats. Next pitch to Alvarado, swinging a ground ball. Past second base into right field. Runner stops at third. Base is loaded as the throw comes in. Now it gets away, but everyone stays put. First three have reached. Back-to-back singles by Bianca Cruz, and now Annie Alvarado. It's a legitimate threat here for the Rio Hondo Lady Bobcats in the first inning.
Nice hit down in that number 4 hole. Just out of the reach of the second baseman for a base hit.
Brings in Abby Torres. Hell, and this is where you want it, Coach.
Abby Torres here, she has been selected during the course of the season as most valuable player, offensive most valuable player. So she's a freshman, but she is strong.
Takes a strike. And Reagan Dunn is going to have to work hard on the mound here to get out of this inning without much damage. Both teams advancing here with victories last week. Torres waits. Here's the pitch. Up and away, ball one. Evens the count at 1-1.
Abby's a good opposite side hitter. She's a left-handed batter, but she does hit to the opposite side quite often.
Joe Minnick behind the plate from Huntsville, Texas, calling the balls and strikes here this evening. Pitch misses outside, looking for the corner. At first base, Robert Orozco from Bryan, Texas, and down at third on the umpiring crew is Kenneth Nunn from Belleville, Texas. 2-1, the count to Torres. Next pitch coming, swing and a miss. And Reagan Dunn has shown the ability to reach back and get a little extra.
Reagan is an experienced pitcher. She is a senior pitcher this year, and they've depended on her quite a bit.
Could use a strikeout here. 2-2 the count and the pitch. Swing and a miss. She gets Torres on strikes for the first out. A huge momentum swing for the Cuero Gobblers if they can get out of this inning. Right now, Rio Hondo put the first three aboard. Dominic DeJesus steps in. DeJesus, number 5 hitter in the lineup today. Ready to go for the Rio Hondo Lady Bobcats. A hit would most likely drive in 2. Takes it low for ball 1. Sun soaked this field. Last week we were dealing with raindrops on that Friday night. And then the next day I came prepared for rain. It was raining pulling up the road for the San Benito game on the next day. And then the sun came out and just beat the tar out of me for the rest of the day. Ball 1, now strike 1, evens the count to Dominic DeJesus. Bases loaded here for the Lady Bobcats of Rio Hondo. The first 3 reach. DeJesus waits, swings late and misses for strike 2. Dunn trying to get past DeJesus. She struck out Torres with the bases loaded. DeJesus waits for the next one from Reagan Dunn. Here she comes. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout. Back-to-back Ks after the bases were loaded. 2 down for the Lady Bobcats of Rio Hondo, and this inning just changed in a big way.
Tell you what, in softball, anything can happen, Joe. Anything can happen.
Brings in Abby Alvarado. Alvarado shows the bunt. Bases loaded, 2 outs, first pitch. Swing and a foul ball. She was right on that for strike 1. There's a baseball game going on the other field. That's Valley View taking on Corpus Christi Carroll. Meanwhile, we've got games going on all over Rio Sports Live tonight. Baseball coming your way. We'll talk about that in a bit. Next pitch coming. Alvarado, big swing and a miss, strike 2. Reagan Dunn hit the first hitter, allowed back-to-back singles, has now struck out the next 2, and is 0-2 on Abby Alvarado. Alvarado waits for the next one. Here she comes. Swing and a miss, struck her out. 3 strikeouts to end the inning, and how about that by Reagan Dunn of the Lady Gobblers. We played a half an inning. Rio Hondo had the bases loaded, nobody out, leave 3. We head to the bottom of the first. Nothing. This is RioSportsLive.com. Remember, fans, the law offices of Adolfo Cordova provides legal services to the community in the areas of family law, criminal law, real estate law, and probate law, among others. His office is located at 711 North Sam Houston, San Benito, Texas. Call him today at 399-1299 to discuss your appointments, to discuss your legal needs.
Lombardi Tire Shop. Tenemos llantas nuevas y usadas de todas las medidas, socateras y de todo terreno. Balanceo y válvulas nuevas y no les cobramos por las llantas que nos dejen. Los esperamos en la 300 Carretera Militar.
Fans, if you're looking for that special something that has anything to do with your favorite teams, then Sports Fans on 111 East Jackson in Harlingen is the stop to make. Fully licensed pro and college team collectibles and an assortment that grows each and every day. Check out the Facebook updates at Sports Fans. Open Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 6, and Saturdays, 10 to 5 at 111 East Jackson, or call ahead at 956-425-7600. It's Sports Fans when you shop downtown Harlingen. Fans, welcome back here on RioSportsLive.com. Joe Bowling, Albert Esparza joins me, and we've got all kinds of guys going to help me out tonight, and thank the Lord for that as we are moving forward here on RioSportsLive.com with additional announcers taking the reins, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. Reagan Dunn steps in, leading off for the Lady Gobblers in the first pitch. Misses for ball one. One thing that decoys me more than anything in the world is an umpire that delays on the signal. Next one coming, ground ball to second. Nice play there. Over to first, one out.
Nice play by Dominique De Jesus, second base, freshman second baseman, for the first out.
Dagan retired. Or Dunn retired. That brings in Aguilar. This is Andrea Aguilar, second baseman today for the Lady Gobblers of Cuero. Other broadcasts, we do have the baseball game going on. Eagle Pass taking on Edinburgh Vela. And we've also got some other games going on in softball. The Brownsville Veterans game is taking place. And we've also got some other softball action coming your way. Audio only. That starts in about 20 minutes. Doug Robinson takes the reins. Harlingen South taking on Edinburgh Vela, and a one game decides it all. Aguilar at the plate, swing and a miss. And we again thank you for joining us. If you're on the social media, pass the word out with a share on Facebook especially. Share the link. Pass the word with a follow and like on the page as the ball is low. And help other fans out there. I was out visiting with some of the Cuero fans, handing out some cards, and they were aware of fans that weren't able to make the trip or they're out of state, in some cases out of country, that now can watch these games. Aguilar takes the next one low for a ball. From Kelsey Pizarro, who gets the nod on the mound tonight for the Lady Bobcats of Rio Hondo.
Kelsey's a freshman pitcher this year and done an outstanding job. She's got quite a bit of firepower.
Visited with the team yesterday during their final practice heading up here. Next pitch coming to Aguilar is in there for a strike. Evens the count at 2-2. And it's funny because they started the season with 5 freshmen, and they called them all babies. They were all young, and they all were guided along by the 5 seniors on the team. Pitch coming to Aguilar. In there for a strike call, and a second out of the inning. First strikeout of the game recorded by Kelsey Pizarro. That'll bring in Kendall Richardson. But anyway, I was talking to the seniors, and they're saying, you know, as of the first game of the playoffs, they looked around and were like, hey, they're not freshmen anymore. They're real deal softball players. And some of the seniors were even saying, we look at them and say, hey, they're better than us. Pop fly, short center field. That's trouble. That's down for a hit. 2-out single by Kendall Richardson. And the Cuero Lady Gobblers have a base runner here in the bottom of the first.
Little Texas leaguer right down past the second base for a base hit.
Brings in Ainsley Reeve. Reeve, the first baseman, cleanup hitter for Cuero. If you're just joining us, Rio Hondo loaded the bases in the top of the first inning and then 3 consecutive strikeouts. Recorded by Reagan Dunn, the starting pitcher. And the senior got out of the inning. Reeve at the plate, runner on, takes a pitch high for ball 1. 1-0 to Reeve. Mariah Guzman on deck, run down the lineup. Julissa Richmond, then Tiara Johnson, cast a 9-hole, and Destiny Ross for the Cuero Gobblers. Wind blowing out in a big, big way here. Anything in the air with any kind of power at all to left or center is probably going to leave this park. Reeve takes it outside. Count goes to 2-0. Rio Hondo in their second will have the 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up. Kelsey Pizarro, April Adames, and Nathaniel Roscoe. Right now, it's Pizarro trying to keep this thing scoreless. That's a strike called at the knees. Two and 1, and Albert, it is always neat to see when the younger players make that transition from I'm not a newbie anymore, I'm a player.
And like you say, she's fitted right into the mold. She's part of the team.
Reeve takes it inside, and that's a walk. I thought it was a 2-1 count, but that's a walk. So now 2 aboard. That's ball 3. I was right.
What's that?
Now it is ball 4. Well, I, along with just about every fan in the stands, I think we're in at least Rio Hondo, agreed. And they're not listening to me in the stands right now. It used to be when you streamed a game, you could do real time. You would be talking and fans could listen to the game at the same time. But things have changed. Mariah Guzman now steps in. 2 on, 2 out here in the Cuero first. And now Brett Esparza is out talking to the umpire saying, wait a minute. We're keeping pitch counts too, and that was ball 3, I'm telling you. Nothing doing. Loses the argument.
Nothing doing.
Most cases you do as a coach.
Still 2 down.
Guzman steps in. Playing center field today for the Lady Gobblers at Cuero. Pizarro swings it home. Ground ball to third. Throw across on time, inning over. Each team strands a couple. In the first for the Cuero Gobblers, no runs, a hit, a walk. They strand 2. We've played 1 full inning of play. Scoreless, Rio Hondo and Cuero. This is RioSportsLive.com.
Southern Beauty Spa and Salon is a perfect stop when looking for a full-service salon. Located in downtown Harlingen at 207 West Jackson Street, Southern Beauty offers full body waxing, spray tans, makeup, massage, and more. Specializing in hair care and offering haircuts, highlights as well. Need nails done? Southern Beauty Spa and Salon is ready for manicures, pedicures, shellac, and solar. A Brazilian blowout certified salon is Southern Beauty Spa and Salon, downtown Harlingen, Texas. Looking for a great place for a meal to start your day or a lunch plate that will be made just for you? Then stop by 210 West Jackson Street in Harlingen and enjoy El Sombrero Restaurant. Great food prepared 7 days a week and delivered with a smile. El Sombrero brings the taste of authentic food in an atmosphere that is sure to bring you back for more. El Sombrero Restaurant, 210 West Jackson Street, is a must-stop when you shop downtown Harlingen.
Back here, we're ready for the second inning. Rio Hondo will send up Kelsey Pizarro, April Adames, Athenia Roscoe, and Albert Esparza has been doing color commentary, and he now takes over the job of play-by-play for inning number 2, sir.
Had a good start on the first inning. The Lady Bobcats left 3 batters stranded, but we come to the bottom of the bottom third of the lineup, and again, lots of firepower from the Rio Hondo Lady Bobcats. Kelsey Pizarro is leading off in the top half of the second inning. Freshman pitcher for Rio Hondo. Reagan Dunn prepares for the first pitch. for call strike one.
We got a terrible vantage point to watch this game from, my friends. The camera's in nice shape.
Done. Pitch number 2 is a big swing by Kelsey Pizarro. Goes to 0-2. Dunn is a senior pitcher. Did a tremendous job last weekend against Orange Grove. 0-2 the count on Kelsey Pizarro. And she goes down swinging for the first strikeout of the second inning. Out number 1.
That's 4 strikeouts in a row now by Reagan Dunn, and this is making a statement against a team that has plenty of offensive firepower.
This brings up April Adames playing first base. And here we go from Dunn. Prepares. Pitch is called strike 1.
Since allowing those back-to-back singles, it's been nothing but letter-perfect strikes coming right at these hitters.
April came in as a shortstop, and then with an injury from Kayla Castañeda, Coach Esparza moved her to first base. And the next pitch is called strike 2, 0-2 on April Adames. April is a senior this year. Tremendous leadership on her part. Pitch from Dunn, and it's high for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the new count. And as we said, this is a beautiful day for softball, and we've certainly got a good one started at this point. And she goes around for strike number 3. So April Adames goes down on a check swing. Umpire says yes, she did for out number 2. This brings up the right fielder, Anthony Orozco.
That's now 5 in a row retired by Reagan Dunn, all 5 via the strikeout.
Pitch by Dunn. Call strike 1. Anthony Orozco, also a senior right fielder for the Lady Bobcats. Second pitch by Dunn.
Ooh, that missed somewhere. I'm not sure where, but that's a ball.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Get so used to seeing strike called, anything close, you start wanting to give to the pitcher.
And we're staring right into the sun, so it gets kind of difficult sometimes. And that hits her on the leg. So we have a runner at first base now with a hit pitch on Anthony Orozco. Brings up top of the lineup, Nayeli Garcia.
That ends the streak of 5 in a row retired by Reagan Dunn. It's the second hit batsman of the game, and the one that got hit first was Nayeli Garcia. She steps in, and now here comes the top of the order, just like that in the second inning for Rio Hondo.
And here we go. Reagan Dunn on the mound. Here's the pitch to Garcia. Call strike 1.
Runner goes on that one.
Orozco goes to second base on a steal.
Meanwhile, that was a ball called, so it's a 1-1 count on Garcia. And Rio Hondo couldn't get that 2-out hit in the first. Garcia with a chance to drive in a run now.
2 down. Pitch by Dunn.
A little bit high.
Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Again, we're in a terrible spot from an announcer's perspective. We got sun staring straight down at us. We're looking at an incredible, awkward angle. Once the sun gets behind the wall, it's pretty good here. I did this last week. That's high.
Ball is high. 3 balls, 1 strike. The count on Nayeli Garcia. With 2 down, runners at second base for the Lady Bobcats. His base hitting percentage is pretty high. And there's a call strike. Full count.
Curious if they would give her a green light with a 3-1 count. Looked like she was taking all the way on that.
Yeah.
Wind blowing
Anthony
in.
Orozco at second base. And the pitch from Dunn. And it's a call strike 3. So Dunn gets it down in the top half of the second inning with 3 strikeouts, 1 runner left on base. And the score remains 0-0.
We'll be back after this. This is RioSportsLive.com.
The Harlingen Downtown District has a bit of everything, my friends, and here's an invitation for you to visit and experience a friendly environment with a taste of local business and a variety of shopping, dining, and entertainment throughout the year. Vintage shops loaded with collectibles from the past, dining that caters to all, boutiques, quilting, salons, live entertainment, and don't forget about market days on the first Saturday of each month on Jackson Street and Art Night the last Friday of the month. It's the Harlingen Downtown District, and the invitation is for you. Shop Downtown Harlingen today. The San Benito Chamber of Commerce proudly sponsors any Greyhound broadcast. Your chamber is a group of hometown businesses that provide your essential community products and services daily. Support the San Benito Chamber of Commerce that are your hometown businesses. San Benito Chamber members congratulate high school athletes, students, coaches, families, and teachers that enable success. Go Greyhounds. You make us proud. The San Benito Chamber of Commerce.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close of wanting to
making history. This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close. This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close.
If we donate now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
Now,
And we're back in the bottom half of the second inning for the Cuero Gobblers. We have Mariah Guzman up to bat.
this will be Julissa Richmond, the number 6 hitter.
Correction, Julissa Richmond. And the pitch is high for ball 1. 1-1 count for Julissa Richmond. And there's a little pop-up. Not quite able to hold on to it by Anthony Orozco, and he falls in. So we now have a runner at first base by the Lady Gobblers.
First error of the game is a little pop-up. Wind affecting anything hit in the air, my friends. I don't care if it's going out, if it's going to right, it's going to left. The wind is blowing dead out to center field. It's going to affect anything in the air.
The wind will sure make it dance, that's for sure. Brings up number 1, Tierra Johnson, the designated player. First pitch by Kelsey, but down the third base side. Garcia makes a nice play. Gets Tierra Johnson out at first base. The runner does advance to second, but we do get an out at first base. 1 down.
Lady Bobcats worked on that all day yesterday, and that is we just want to get outs. We want to make sure we put the ball in a position to get an out. If a runner moves around, that's fine, but we're going to plod forward and get outs. That was what Coach Esparza was talking about all day yesterday.
This brings up the third baseman, number 20, Aston Heinhold. First pitch is low for ball 1.
Last week we didn't have to dance with a single coach getting in the way of the hitters.
Pitch by Pizarro. And it's a swing foul ball. 1 ball, 1 strike on Aston Heinhold. And she's the third baseman for the Lady Gobblers. Runner at second base, 1 away.
In the first inning, Cuero had a single and a walk. You can hear the wind still playing havoc on our headsets here. I don't care which way you turn. We can completely face away from the field. We're still got wind blowing in these headsets.
And a swing and a miss for Hondo. So we have 2 balls, 2 strikes.
The first inning, Pizarro did strike out 1. She did walk 1. Has given up 1 hit thus far, and now trying to work through a leadoff error.
And the pitch to Aston is low for ball 3. Full count now for Aston Heinhold. Third baseman, runner at second base, 1 down. Pizarro in control. She takes a big breath and prepares. And the pitch is ball 4, high for ball 4. So we have another runner. Heinhold at first base and Richmond at second. Brings up Destiny Ross, shortstop.
Base runners haven't been a problem yet for these two teams. It's getting the hit with a runner in scoring position that has not occurred as of yet.
And here's the pitch by Pizarro.
I think he called that a strike. Looked low. Then he popped the right hand up.
That's a strike. He shows bunt, then pulled back. And there's a bunt again down. Fielded by Garcia, I believe. It throws to third base for the force out, and the ball gets away from the coverage and goes into left field. But the runners at third base stay. Bases are loaded now with 1 down.
Garcia had that play in front of her. She fielded the ball cleanly, but then sailed it a little wide. That's the second error of the inning by Rio Hondo, and now here's your leadoff hitter, Dunn, who thus far has been the star of this game.
Change-up pitch by Pizarro. Low for ball 1. So bases are loaded with 1 away here in the bottom half of the second inning. Pizarro takes her pitch, and it is high.
Dunn becomes a more dangerous hitter with each delivery now as it's a 2-0 count. Nowhere to put her on the base paths. Infield playing back at short and second. Anything hit there probably going to score a run.
Here's the pitch by Pizarro. Oh, Alvarado throws down to third base for a close call, but she made it back in time. Ball 3, the count on Dunn. So here we go. Pitch called strike 1. 3-1.
Dunn taking all the way on a 3-0 count. Again, trying to play the small ball on that at bat. But now with 3-1, you expect she'll get a green light. This is your leadoff hitter.
All right, here's the pitch to Dunn. And she fouls it off toward the third base side. So the count is full. And now something needs to happen right here. Something will happen.
When I used to be an usher at the St. Louis Cardinal games, my dad told me to bet a nickel every time it was a 3-2 count, there would be a foul ball, and I'd have a lot of nickels. We'll see if we get a foul ball here.
Here we go. Dunn pops it up towards left field. The shortstop makes a nice catch halfway to left field. Alvarado makes a nice catch for out number 2.
And Annie Alvarado right there just covered a whole lot of ground to get that and made it look rather easy. My friends, with the wind blowing that ball out, that is not an easy play. Nice job by Annie Alvarado.
And looking away, she made that play. That's correct. Good job. So here we go with Kendall Richardson. Bouncer to Bouncer to Doma at second base, and she touches second base for the force out to make it out number 3. So the Lady Gobblers leave 3 runners on, and no production there in that inning.
We head to the 3rd inning. Rio Hondo and Cuero each have gotten out of huge jams, still scoreless. This is RioSportsLive.com.
Looking for a special style and a perfect outfit for any day, any place? Then walk through the doors at Quell Boutique and see a variety that takes you back in time right into the best of today. 112 East Jackson Street is home to a unique store loaded with an assortment of just about anything you can imagine. Clothes, accessories, and service with a smile. Quell Boutique and shop downtown Harlingen.
Hey everybody, ¿qué hacen aquí?
This is an intervention.
What?
Sí, mijo. It's the yoga pants.
You all are just jealous because I'm flexible like Captain Prontissimo.
Is that your wallet?
Yeah, it's full of the money I save with Pronto Insurance.
And your keys.
With Pronto's multi-car discount, I can insure all the cars in the family.
Why can't you just wear regular pants with pockets like everybody else?
I can do this in jeans.
Aika.
Ah.
Pronto Insurance. Call for a free quote today.
Looking to add that special look to your home? Then stop by Nip and Tuck Draperies in downtown Harlingen. With a wide assortment of draperies, blinds, bedspreads, and more, they specialize in creating exactly what you want. Quilting done right in the shop, in the workroom. Open Monday through Friday, or call today for free estimates at 956-428-4331. Visit us on Facebook or stop by 214 East Jackson. It's Nip and Tuck Draperies as you shop downtown Harlingen. Back here in Toloso Midway, and we start the 3rd inning. Bianca Cruz leads it off. She'll be followed by Annie Alvarado, then Abby Torres, as the Rio Hondo Lady Cats will bat here in the 3rd inning. Scoreless ball game as we head to this 3rd inning, and it's not for a lack of base runners, as Manny Flores joins me now on color commentary. Swing and a miss by Bianca Cruz, and Manny, nobody's delivered that big hit yet, but you expect it's coming.
We expect it coming. This is the top of the lineup for the Bobcats, which is a power top of the lineup. They've left runners stranded on each inning, but just haven't been able to punch that through.
Cruz
to get that run.
Cruz 1 for 1 on the day with a single. That was back in the 1st inning. Swings through that one and is down on strikes on 3 pitches. And I'm telling you right now, domination right now by Reagan Dunn. She allowed the first 3 hitters to reach in this ball game, then struck out 5 in a row, hit 1, struck out another, is now on a string of 2 strikeouts in a row. And of the 7 outs in the ball game, all 7 via the strikeout.
Yes, sir. Dunn has really shown an arm today.
Alvarado stands in. Annie 1 for 1 on the day, and she takes a strike.
Yes. And Dunn's been able to come back from that down of having the bases loaded to basically putting a stop to the Bobcat bat.
Well, they did call that a ball, so as Annie Alvarado stands in, 1-0 the count, next pitch coming. Pop up on the infield, easy play. 2 down. Alvarado retired. It brings in Abby Torres. And this game started out looking like it may turn into a slugfest out of the gate. And now do we indeed have a pitcher's duel on our hands in Game 1 of this best-of-3 series? Swing and a miss by Torres. Looking ahead to the Cuero 3rd, they'll have the meat of their order up, 3, 4, and 5 in the lineup to face Kelsey Pizarro. Right now, Reagan Dunn, breezing. Works to Torres. Outside, evens the count at 1-1. Today's broadcast coming your way here from Toloso Midway. Manny Flores at my side, Albert Esparzo, who did a couple innings there with us. He'll be back on the air here with us. I'm going to actually step away from this, guys, and let these two take over here down the middle stretch of this game as a foul ball goes out of play. And then tomorrow, I'll be across town here at Cabinets Field for Game 2 of the Brownsville Veterans game. And then Albert Esparza, Manny Flores will take over the duties of covering Game 2 of this series. And then we'll see what happens on Game 3s across the board. Torres at the plate, the 1-2 pitch. Oh, a change up, and she got her on strikes. 8th strikeout of the game. Go ahead.
And another great inning pitched by the
by Reagan Dunn.
By Reagan Dunn, yes. Another great inning pitched by Reagan Dunn for the Gobblers, for the Lady Gobblers.
1, 2, 3, go the Lady Bobcats. We head to the bottom of the third. Nothing decided here. We're scoreless. Cuero hits after this on RioSportsLive.com.
Never pay for the showroom. At Mikasa Furniture, you can buy any of this furniture for 50% off retail. Think about it. 50% off retail at Mikasa Furniture, 7533 Boca Chica, where you always buy for less.
Chewy's Custom Sports. For all your silk screening, embroidery, vinyl car wraps, magnetic signs, memory shirts, copies and faxes, and much more, call us or come visit San Benito's original t-shirt shop at 1975 West Business 77, San Benito.
Back here at Toloso Midway, a home of the Cherokees. And the Cuero Gobblers will hit away here in the bottom of the third. I'm Joe Bowling. Manny Flores joins me. Albert Esparza will join us back in this broadcast booth here in just a minute. Kendall Richardson leads it off. 1 for 1 on the day with a single back in the first inning. Back on the mound goes Kelsey Pizarro. Ground ball to second. Tough play. Over to first. Low and safe there.
That was a little fielding error by the second baseman. Allowed the Lady Gobbler to get onto first base.
Richardson on board for the second time on the day. On that infield, if you wait for the ball, usually bad things happen. In this case, moving over at second base just a little bit. Dominic DeJesus hesitated, and that was just enough to let the ball play her. A bunt attempt, tagged out at first. Down to second base goes Richardson. Reeves get the jobs done.
That bunt by number 7, Tiara Johnson, advances the runner to second base. Now we have one out, and we have a runner on second base. And I'll tell you what, Joe, today's turned out to be a real pitching duel. Impressive showing by Ms. Kelsey Pesado, also by Ms. Reagan Dunn for the Lady.
Ground ball to short. Throw to first. Low, but out there. Throw back across the diamond. Nothing doing. Richardson down to third base. She's there with 2 outs. Guzman swinging at the first pitch. Grounds out. I'll tell you, anytime you want to challenge Annie Alvarado at short, generally you're heading back to the bat rack. She makes another stellar play. 2 down here in the bottom of the third. It brings in Julissa Richmond. Richmond reached on an error back in the second inning. Bats here in the third. As again, each team has had base runners, with the exception of Rio Hondo in the top of the third as ball 1 misses.
And finally, the sun's going down a little bit where we're able to see the field a little bit better.
Now you can see the screen a lot better, too, from our broadcast perspective. Get a better view of what we're seeing the game the fans are seeing compared to what we're looking at. Ball up high is ball 2. Pizarro was allowed a couple of hits, both to Richardson, a couple of errors, 2 walks thus far in the game, as Cuero again has had base runners in each of the first now 3 innings. Richmond takes it inside. This the number 6 hitter in the lineup. Julissa Richmond. Pizarro waits, spins the next one home, needs a strike, and got it, 3-1. In the fourth for Rio Hondo, it'll be Dominic DeJesus, Abby Alvarado, Kelsey Pizarro leading it off. Anybody gets on April Adames, that means it's 5, 6, and 7 in the lineup. Richmond trying to drive home the game's first run. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Pizarro battling back after falling in the hole 3-0, has delivered a couple of strikes. She's got 1 strikeout in the game and a strike now away from getting out of this third. Richmond digs in. Runner at third and 2 outs. Low, ball 4. Richmond on board for the second time in the game. Makes it first and third for Tiara Johnson. Johnson laid down a sacrifice bunt her first time up, so we didn't see her swing away. Now with runners at the corner and 2 outs in the third. See how the approach is after the walk delivered to Richmond. Taking, strike called. Up in the strike zone to a taller hitter, Tiara Johnson. Down at third is Kendall Richardson. Down at first, Julissa Richmond. Tiara Johnson at the plate, takes one low for a ball, evens a count of 1-1.
Count 1-1 with 2 outs. Like Joe said, we got runners in both corners. See if they allow Johnson to hit away.
Next one coming in from Pizarro, swinging a ground ball to short. Pass short into left field, the run's gonna score. It got past Alvarado, Richardson in to score. Tiara Johnson puts the ball in play and big things happen. Run scores.
Yes, sir. Run scores on that infield error by the Lady Cats. And now we have runners at first and second.
Third error of the game committed by the Lady Bobcats of Rio Hondo. Here's Gaston Heinold. Heinold stands in, reached on a walker first time up and takes a strike. Well, you knew it wasn't going to be a shutout all night. And I'm saying I think it's going to take 7 runs to win this game. This is just the way these two offenses get going. But the way Reagan Dunn's looked on the mound now, is 1 run enough? Ball 1 misses. You, sir, have seen a lot of softball. Wind blowing out like this, even a pitcher's duel can give up runs in a hurry.
Yes, sir. Well, it takes a well-hit ball to left center field, and it's out of here.
Heinold digs in. Runners at first and second, 2 out. Strike 2 called. Heinold delivers here, and Cuero could have something big going. She's the 8 hitter. Despite the fact there are 2 outs, they'd love nothing more than to try to get to that top of the lineup still here in this 3rd inning.
Yes, sir. And this Lady Cat pitcher, Kelsey Pizarro's trying to save this inning and keep damage minimal.
Low, ball 2. Evens a count of 2-2 on Heinold. Well, we have the Harlingen South game underway. That's audio only. Thank you, Ellie Martinez, for pulling the curtain down on the audio, on the video again. I appreciate both these schools and coaches for allowing us to have video here for at least the live version of this game. Both have asked us, so we'll be pulling the games after the series. Swing and a miss. Inning comes to an end.
And Pizarro's able to save the inning with minimal damage with 1 run.
For Cuero in the inning, 1 run on 1 hit, a walk and error, and we've played 3 full. Back to the mound goes Reagan Dunn. She's been given a run. Rio Hondo will hit after this. This is RioSportsLive.com.
Whatever DIY project you've got going on this weekend, visit Habitat for Humanity Restore before you start. Check out habitatrgv.org for more info, or drop by our McAllen or Harlingen stores. Restore. Great stuff, great prices, great cause.
Help us give back to the community. Volunteer your time or donate to Habitat for Humanity Restore. Check out habitatrgv.org for more info or drop by our McAllen or Harlingen stores. Restore. Great stuff. Great prices. Great cause.
Downtown Harlingen has a wide assortment of shops that cater to a collector's dreams. Add Grasshopper for a must-see when you're strolling down Jackson Street. At 221 East Jackson, Grasshopper has a little bit of everything from vintage antiques to specialty collectibles. Displayed with the hands of experience in the business for years, take the time to enjoy what this store has to offer. Grasshopper, 221 East Jackson Street, as you shop downtown Harlingen.
Thank you again for joining us here on RioSportsLive.com. We're in Tuloso Midway. It's home of the Cherokees, but tonight it's the Gobblers and the Lady Bobcats. And Manny Flores takes over play-by-play for inning number 4.
And as we start at the top of the 4th inning, number 4, Reagan Dunn, continues to pitch for the Lady Gobblers, and she's doing an excellent job. Up to bat for the Lady Cats, number 10, Dominique De Jesus.
Nice play out there at short.
Pop up caught by number 5, Mariah Guzman.
That's Destiny Ross on that
Correction,
catch.
Destiny Ross.
Yeah. The Hazers swinging at the first pitch, 1 down.
1 down for the Lady Cats. Up to bat for the Lady Cats, number 6, Abby Alvarado.
That's now 5 in a row retired by Dunn. Second time this game, she set down 5 Lady Bobcats in a row.
Pitch coming from Dunn. A little high and outside, ball 1. Strike 1. Brings the count to 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. On the batter, Abby Alvarado. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Brings the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just joining us, thanks for watching on RioSportsLive.com. Reagan Dunn on the mound has 8 strikeouts and counting in this game.
And strike 3. 2 outs. That makes strikeout number 9 for number 4, Reagan Dunn. Up to bat for the Lady Cats, number 11, Kelsey Pizarro.
Pizarro, a strikeout victim, but she's not alone in that category. 9 different Lady Bobcats retired on strikes so far in this game.
Low and inside, ball 1. Brings the count to 1 ball with no strikes for number 11, Kelsey Pizarro. High and inside, ball 2. Ground ball hit to the shortstop, number 5, Destiny Ross.
That'll be an error, allowing Kelsey Pizarro to reach base. And first error of the game committed by the Cuero Gobblers allows a base runner here for the Rio Hondo Lady Bobcats.
Up to bat for the Lady Cats, number 17, April Adames. Also a strikeout victim on her last at-bat.
Courtesy runner in the game for the Lady Bobcats as Savannah Gonzalez checks in. She'll run at first for Kelsey Pizarro. They're checking that off with the home plate umpire, who again, if you're just joining us, that's Joe Minnick from Huntsville, Texas behind the plate today. Robert Orozco down at first base, and then Kenneth Nunn from Belleville, Texas, with the duties on the umpiring crew.
Ball popped up.
Is that a fair ball? They call it foul. No indication yet. Home plate umpire now calls it a foul ball. That was close.
Foul ball brings the count to no balls, 1 strike with 2 outs.
Ainsley Reeve with a diving attempt there, but that was right on the line. I'd like to see that one again. We may have to pull that up later. Great camera work over there. We'll talk about that in a little bit, my friends. That's a yeoman job being done down there.
Strike 2.
My wife Dahlia showed up. I posted on social media. I woke up this morning from my wife doing laundry, and she dislocated her elbow. Yes, for the umpteenth time. Check swing. She go around? No, says the first
No
base
swing
umpire.
called by the first base umpire. Brings the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs for the batter, April Adames. The Lady Cats have a runner on second base.
Cuero will have the 9-hitter up in the 4th inning to lead it off.
Ball hit. Ball hit the runner.
So Pizarro
3
immediately called out, and that ends the inning. For the Lady Bobcats, no runs, no hits, an error, a runner lost on the bases, just like that. We've played 3.5. Gobblers will hit after this. They lead 1-0, and this is RioSportsLive.com.
There's nothing more personal than a homemade quilt, and at GOB Quilts on 102 South 3rd Street in Harlingen, they have everything for a quilter's dreams. Fabrics, tools, threads, and everything else needed for the smallest quilts to the most elaborate imagined. GOB Quilts is a unique source, and it's well worth a stop as you shop downtown Harlingen. Frank's Collection Record Shop has a collection of vinyl records that rivals anyone, anywhere. Located in the back of the Antique Emporium on 123rd East Jackson Street, Frank's Record Shop has been delivering the best sounds from any age or style throughout the years. Records, coins, and more. It's Frank's Record Shop when you shop downtown Harlingen.
Fans, we thank you for joining us here. Also, a reminder of the law offices of Adolfo Cordova providing legal services to the community in the areas of family law, criminal law, real estate law, and probate law, among others. His office is located at 711 North Sam Houston. That's in San Benito, Texas. Call today at 399-1299 to schedule your appointment today and discuss your legal needs. Back to the ball game we go. 4th inning, bottom side, and 1-0. Is that enough for the Gobblers? Mr. Manny Flores.
Bottom of the 4th, leading off for the Lady Gobblers.
Destiny Ross will lead it off.
Number 9, Destiny Ross. Still pitching for the Lady Cats. Number 11, Kelsey Pisado.
This is number 5, Destiny Ross. She's a 9-hitter in the lineup. And then here we go with the top of the lineup.
Foul ball. Strike 1.
This game is really flying by.
Yes, sir. And like the Bobcats, the top of the Gobblers lineup is where they've done most of their damage tonight. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Pizarro may not statistically be as dominant as Reagan Dunn when you look at the strikeouts and all of that, but you factor in she's had to work around the errors.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 out for the Lady Gobblers.
Second strikeout of the game, make it the 3rd by Pizarro. And here's Reagan Dunn.
Up to bat for the Lady Gobblers, number 4, Reagan Dunn. Line drive hit out to center field. And Dunn reaches first base.
Clean single by Reagan Dunn with one out here in the fourth inning.
Up to bat for the Lady Gobblers, number 14, Andrea Aguilar.
Look back last time Dunn was at the plate, she had the bases loaded, one out. She delivers that hit there. They're running the bases. Little timeout called as there's a conference on the mound, and as they get a courtesy runner getting ready to check in this game. Let's see who they get. Brett Esparza will talk things over. Again, base runners have not been a problem here in this game, but right now he recognizes this is the top of the lineup it just got on. There's one out. And you got to be careful. Andrea Aguilar, Kendall Richardson, Ainsley Reeve.
And we have Mariah Guzman. And then back to Julissa Richmond.
Rio Hondo thus far in this game has stranded 5, including the bases loaded with the first inning. Meanwhile, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 left on base by the Gobblers. And counting.
First pitch coming by Posado.
Oh. Stolen base. Down to second base goes Dunn on a high throw.
That was ball 1 called on the batter, number 14.
Aguilar showed bunt.
Andrea Aguilar.
So now a runner in scoring position, as they did leave Reagan Dunn in the game to run the bases. That's a fair ball down the left field line. Dunn going to score easily as Aguilar gets the job done.
Ball hit down the third base line. 14 Aguilar reaches first base and run scores for the Lady Gobblers. And at the top of the, bottom of the fourth inning, Lady Gobblers take a 2-0 lead over the Lady Cats.
That'll bring in Kendall Richardson. Richardson right now 2 for 2 in the game. 2 singles and a run scored. And with one swing of the bat, Aguilar doubles the score, makes it a 2-0 game. She now runs the bases. Still only one out.
First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. For number 3, Kendall Richardson. Brings the count to no balls, 1 strike with 1 out. And we have a Lady Gobbler on first base. A little high, ball 1. Brings the count to 1 ball, 1 strike. High and outside, ball 2. Brings the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. Low and inside, ball 3.
Richardson, who's already 2 for 2 on the day, now becomes a dangerous, dangerous hitter. Again, the wind is sailing out of here to left and center field. She connects. She's got a chance. Ball goes high. Nice play, though, on the infield to get the out.
Ball hit the second base. Runner thrown out at second. And the batter, Kendall Richardson, reaches first base.
So Richardson on board for a 3rd time today, and it brings in Ainsley Reeve. That's what the Rio Hondo Lady Cats worked on all day yesterday, was just get the outs, just get the outs. They also worked on something called just keep it green. In other words, from the minute you woke up this morning, everything positive moving forward. That's a hit into left field. Off the bat of Ainsley Reeves, and the inning continues. Richardson down to second base.
Up next to bat for the Lady Gobblers, Mariah Guzman.
Let me explain what keeping it green means. That means that you push forward like a green light. Everything moving forward. Positive, positive, positive. Even when something bad happens, as in this case, a couple of runs across, it's a 2-0 game, but the Lady Bobcats saying, can't do anything about that. Keep it green, move forward, make something happen positive. That one misses for a ball.
Ball 1 to the batter.
Mariah Guzman at the plate. Now 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That one misses just a little high.
Outside, ball 2. Brings the count to 2 balls, no strikes with 2 outs.
See Arnold Martinez watching here tonight. Yeah, Valley View across the way playing in a 1-0 game right now. High pop-up.
Ball popped up.
Should end it.
Caught by the center fielder, B. Cruz. And that's 3 outs for the Lady Gobblers.
For the Lady Gobblers in the 4th inning, they score a run. They're second of the game. They do so on 3 hits. They strand a couple more. They've stranded 9 in the game, and yet lead this one 2-0. We head to the 5th. Rio Hondo will have the 8, 9, and 1 hitters up, and Reagan Dunn goes back to the mound for the Lady Gobblers. This is RioSportsLive.com.
Lambari Tire Shop. Tenemos llantas nuevas y usadas de todas las medidas, socateras y de todo terreno. Balanceo y válvulas nuevas y no les cobramos por las llantas que nos dejen. Los esperamos en la 300 Carretera Militar.
Fans, if you're looking for that special something that has anything to do with your favorite teams, then Sports Fans on 111 East Jackson in Harlingen is the stop to make. Fully licensed pro and college team collectibles and an assortment that grows each and every day. Check out the Facebook updates at Sports Fans. Open Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 6, and Saturdays, 10 to 5 at 111 East Jackson, or call ahead at 956-425-7600. It's Sports Fans when you shop downtown Harlingen.
And we're back here at Tolosa Midway, Cherokee Field. Leading off the Lady Bobcats in the top half of the 5th inning is Anthony Orozco. First pitch by Dunn is high for ball 1.
And we start out the top of the 5th inning with Reagan Dunn, still the pitcher for the Lady Gobblers.
I tell you what, she looks really, really strong going deep into this game in the 5th inning. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Anthony Orozco.
I tell you what, these fans couldn't have asked for a better ball game and a prettier evening except for this wind.
And there's a swing for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Orozco. Yeah, things have kind of settled down here a little bit, and if you look into the grandstands, quite a bit of few fans from Cuero and from Rio Hondo as well. Good following. Here's a pitch by Dunn. Swing and a miss for the strikeout.
And Dunn continues to impress with her pitching. That's another strikeout.
So out number 1 is recorded.
That's out. Strikeout number 10 for number 4, Reagan Dunn.
This brings up the top of the lineup, Nayeli Garcia, third baseman for the Lady Bobcats. She got hit by a pitch ball and then she struck out in the second inning. And we have a strike on Nayeli Garcia. As I mentioned to before, Nayeli has a good eye for the ball as she led the district in on base on balls. Pitch is in the dirt. Evens out 1-1. Seems like Reagan Dunn, the more she goes, the stronger she gets. And here's the next pitch to Garcia. High for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Lady Bobcats are dangerous in the bottom half of the game, though, so it's interesting to see what might occur. Pitch to Garcia called strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nayeli Garcia, sophomore third baseman. Here's the pitch by Dunn. And she gets beaned like she did in the first inning. So we have a base runner.
That is the second time that Garcia has been hit by a ball in today's game.
So with 1 down, we have a runner at first base. This brings up number 1, center fielder Bianca Cruz.
On Cruz's previous at bat, she had a nice hit on the first attempt, and second at bat, she had a strikeout.
It looks like we're going to have might have a pinch runner for Garcia. Looks like Emma Duncan, number 2, Emma Serna. Emma Serna, the new base runner for the Bobcats. Emma Serna.
And as we're in the top of the 5th inning, we have 1 out, and the Lady Cats have a runner on first base.
And here comes the pitch by Dunn and a check. And the umpire says, yes, she went around, strike 1. Bianca Cruz sitting on 3 home runs in the postseason. Very strong batter. And she squares the bunt, foul ball. So 2 strikes now, the count on Bianca Cruz. Runner still at first base with 1 down. And foul ball for Bianca Cruz. 2 strikes.
And Cruz continues to fight, being down no balls and 2 strikes. And once again, Dunn continues to impress with her pitching for the Lady Gobblers.
Ball is high for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Cruz. Cruz will graduate this year. She's a senior player for the Lady Bobcats. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out in this top half of the 5th inning. Bianca Cruz hits it towards the first baseman. Foul ball. Foul ball. So she stays in check. Stays alive.
Yes, sir. And Cruz continues to fight for that elusive base hit.
Manny Flores helping me out here at the table. And the pitch is swung and a miss for strike 3.
And make that strikeout number 11 for Dunn.
That pitch looked like it might have been a changeup or something like that, off speed, because it sure caught Bianca off guard. Anyway, 2 down. And it brings up Annie Alvarado. First pitch to Alvarado, umpire says strike 1.
And just a reminder, tune back in tomorrow at 5 p.m. for the second game of this series between the Lady Gobblers and the Lady Bobcats.
Right here, Manny, right here at Tolosa Midway.
Right here at Tolosa Midway Stadium.
And the runner tries to go down to second base, and the catcher throws her out at second for the third out to retire the side. So one runner left on base.
And that is the end of the top of the fifth for the Lady Gobblers.
Score remains 2-0, Cuero.
Looking for a special style and a perfect outfit for any day, any place? Then walk through the doors at Quell Boutique and see a variety that takes you back in time right into the best of today. 112 East Jackson Street is home to a unique store loaded with an assortment of just about anything you can imagine. Clothes, accessories, and service with a smile. Quell Boutique and shop downtown Harlingen.
Hey, everybody. ¿Qué hacen aquí?
This is an intervention.
What?
Sí, mijo. It's the yoga pants.
You all are just jealous because I'm flexible like Captain Prontissimo.
Is that your wallet?
Yeah, it's full of the money I save with Pronto Insurance.
And your keys.
With Pronto's multi-account discount, I can insure all the cars in the family.
Why can't you just wear regular pants with pockets like everybody else?
I can do this in jeans.
Aika.
Ah.
Pronto Insurance. Call for a free quote today.
Lombardi Tire Shop. Tenemos llantas nuevas y usadas de todas las medidas, socateras y de todo terreno. Balanceo y válvulas nuevas y no les cobramos por las llantas que nos dejen. Los esperamos en la 300 Carretera Militar.
And we're back at Tolosa Midway to close up the bottom of the fifth inning. Brings up Julissa Richmond, the catcher for the Lady Gobblers.
And number 11, Kelsey Pisado, still doing the pitching honors for the Lady Cats.
Check swing, ball one. Richmond was on an error and walked in the third inning.
And I'd like to remind everyone again that you're watching this game on RealSportsLive.com.
And
share this with your friends.
There's a strong base hit into center field to put Richmond on the base. This brings up the designated player, number 1, Tiara Johnson. Tiara Johnson. And the ball is in the dirt. Runner advances to second base for ball one on the wild pitch. Johnson still at the plate with one ball. Ball one. Johnson, the designated player. And she attempts a bunt, misses for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And it appears we're seeing a different strategy from the Lady Gobblers. They actually had their base runner steal to second base. I think that's the first one that they've done this afternoon.
And a swing and a miss for Johnson. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the designated player, Tiara Johnson, with a runner at second base. You're right, Manny. The Gobblers look like they've changed a little bit of strategy, trying to get more points on, more runs on the board. And there's a hit just foul toward the third base line. Nice catch by the coach.
And number 11, Pesado, continues to try to fight through this inning.
Johnson sacrificed. And check swing, no. So the count evens 2 balls, 2 strikes. Was on an E6. Second time at bat. Here's a pitch by Pizarro. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. Strikeout for Kelsey Pizarro on Tiara Johnson for the first out. I think you can hear the wind howling here pretty strong. We're holding on to everything we have. This brings up Caston Heinhold. Pizarro takes her Signal from the catcher, Alvarado. Here's the pitch. And little bouncer to first baseman. She takes the bag and out number 2.
And the runner advances to third base for the Lady Gobblers.
Runner does advance. Runner at third base with 2 down. And brings up the shortstop, Destiny Ross. Destiny Ross. Destiny was on an E5 and a strikeout in the 4th inning. And here we go, prep by Pizarro. Ball is high for ball 1. Ross, the shortstop for the Lady Gobblers. And we are in the bottom of the 5th inning. Pitch again is high. Alvarado throws down to third base, but not in time. 2 balls to count on Destiny Ross, the shortstop. Alvarado behind the plate with a very, very strong arm, but not quite in time that time. Pizarro prepares. Here's the pitch, and it is low for ball 3. So 3-0 is the new count. And coach for Cuero calls a timeout, a little conference with his batter. And it's 3-0. 3-0. A lot of possibilities here, Manny.
Yes, sir.
And the ball is low in the dirt for ball 4. So this puts runners on first and third. And it brings up Megan Dunn. Megan Dunn has been doing her job on the mound very, very strongly and at the plate.
I'm interested to see what the strategy is going to be on this one, because they have runners at both corners. Will they let Dunn bat away, or will they try and advance the runners with a bunt?
And the ball is outside. Pitch is outside for ball 1. Well, with Reagan Dunn, anything is possible, I guarantee you. So here we go.
And Dunn has reached base on her other 2 attempts.
Pitch by Pizarro. And it goes to the hole in the 4-hole. And 1 run scores.
Ground ball hit past the second baseman.
Kind of in that no man's land. Not hit very hard, but through the gap nevertheless. Runners on first and second now with 2 down. So Dunn does it again at the plate. Brings up Andrea Aguilar. Second base. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
And in the bottom.
Remember the Lady Bobcats are dangerous in this bottom half of the game. Down 11-2 last weekend and came back and won the game 13-12. Next pitch to Aguilar is high for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Coach Esparza calls timeout to visit with his pitcher, and we're going to have a pitching change.
Okay, we're going to go to a commercial break.
Fans, if you're looking for that special something that has anything to do with your favorite teams, then Sports Fans on 111 East Jackson in Harlingen is the stop to make. fully licensed pro and college team collectibles and an assortment that grows each and every day. Check out the Facebook updates at Sportsman. Open Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 6, and Saturdays, 10 to 5 at 111 East Jackson, or call ahead at 956-425-7600. It's Sports Fans when you shop downtown Harlingen. Southern Beauty Spa and Salon is a perfect stop when looking for a full-service salon. Located in downtown Harlingen at 207 West Jackson Street, Southern Beauty offers full body waxing, spray tans, makeup, massage, and more. Specializing in hair care and offering haircuts, highlights as well. Need nails done? Southern Beauty Spa and Salon is ready for manicures, pedicures, shellac, and solar. A Brazilian blowout certified salon is Southern Beauty Spa and Salon, downtown Harlingen, Texas.
So we're back after the pitching change. We have now Domo de Jesus, Dominic de Jesus, the new pitcher for the Lady Bobcats, with 2 outs. And de Jesus' first delivery is a ball. Ball 1. Correction, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. The continued count.
Pop up.
And there's a little Texas leaguer in center field. They throw the ball to the catcher to hold a runner, but the ball gets away. And run number 4, I believe. Yes, run number 4, the Lady Gobblers.
Run number 4, and the runners advance to second and third base. And just like that, the bottom of the 5th, Lady Gobblers take a 4-0 lead over the Lady Cats.
Ball was thrown to home plate to hold the runner at third. Kind of wide, and it got away from Alvarado, the catcher, and allowed run number 4. So we now have a runner at second and third with 2 outs, and it brings up Kendall Richardson. Two runs in this bottom of the 5th inning for the Lady Gobblers. There's a hit to center field, and Bianca Cruz is under it for out number 3, but not before Cuero scores run number 4. So after 5 complete innings, the score is now 4-0 Cuero.
Okay, we're going to go to commercial break.
The San Benito Chamber of Commerce proudly sponsors any Greyhound broadcast. Your chamber is a group of hometown businesses that provide your essential community products and services daily. Support the San Benito Chamber of Commerce that are your hometown businesses. San Benito Chamber members congratulate high school athletes, students, coaches, families, and teachers that enable success. Go Greyhounds. You make us proud. The San Benito Chamber of Commerce.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close. Of wanting to
Making history. This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close. This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again.
this close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help
Look at-
Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
Looking for a special style and a perfect outfit for any day, any place? Then walk through the doors at Quell Boutique and see a variety that takes you back in time right into the best of today. 112 East Jackson Street is home to a unique store loaded with an assortment of just about anything you can imagine. Clothes, accessories, and service with a smile. Quell Boutique and shop downtown Harlingen.
Welcome back here. We're at Teleso Midway. Joe Bowling, Albert Esparza joins me. We're in the 6th inning. top side, and for Rio Hondo, they find themselves trailing 4-0 as they'll send Annie Alvarado, Abby Torres, and Dominic DeJesus up to face Reagan Dunn. And Dunn thus far in this ball game with 11 strikeouts has shut out a potent offensive team through 5 as the 6th gets underway. Alvarado 1 for 2 in the day, stands in a single in the first, and then hit one to second base her last time up, fouls this one away, evens a count of 1-1. Well, this team came from behind last week. This Rio Hondo team, Albert, they can put some offense together. Someone's going to have to figure out Dunn, though.
They will need to kind of buckle down a little bit, and here we go.
1-1 the count to Alvarado. Rio Hondo thus far in the game, just a couple of hits, both of those coming in the first inning. Since then, they've had base runners, but it's all been via the walk and then an error. There's a ground ball to third. Nothing doing. Safe at first is Alvarado. She beats it out.
Got a little dribbler, and you had to wait on it a little bit or go to it. Either way, the result was going to be the same. Alvarado got to first base.
Leadoff hitter aboard for Rio Hondo. That's the second time in the game that's happened. Matches the first inning in which Naomi Garcia was hit by a pitch. Matter of fact, Rio Hondo had the first 3 aboard in that first inning, and then 3 consecutive strikeouts later, inning was over. Abby Torres stands in. Torres 0 for 2 on the day with a couple of strikeouts. As the Rio Hondo Lady Cats trailing 4-0. Wind blowing out, and I mean blowing out. You can hear it through the headsets. And a fly ball with any kind of power at all into the outfield. Most likely any direction could leave this park. High ball 1. Lady Bobcats have lost a base runner on the base paths that was hit by a batted ball. They've had one gunned down stealing. Stranded a bunch early as ball 2 misses to Torres. If you're worried or wondered if Reagan Dunn can go the distance, yes. The answer is yes, emphatically yes. She pitched the distance in their entire series, so I wouldn't think she'll run out of gas. But can the Lady Bobcats solve the equation of how to reach base against her? Ball 3 misses, 3-0.
Abby Torres is one that can hit the ball opposite field.
That was where her first single was at. How will she take this at bat now? 3-0 in the count. Way outside, ball 4.
2 runners on now for the Lady Bobcats.
That was almost as if Reagan Dunn didn't want anything to do with Abby Torres. Brings in Dominic DeJesus. DeJesus stands in. Also 0 for 2 on the day. Strikeout victim her first time up. Hit the ball hard to short her second time up, and now stands in with runners at first and second. Here in this top of the 6th inning, first pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. DeJesus late on that delivery. Dunn has struck out 11, including at one time 5 in a row. She struck out the first 7 outs in this game. Brings it home. Bunted foul out of reach. Catcher Julissa Richmond gave chase. Quickly a 2-strike count, and that's what it seems like happens, Albert, is Dunn gets in trouble and then reaches back for that strikeout.
Domo changing back to right-handed batter. Strategy was to slap the ball, and now she's back as a right-handed batter.
Stands in the 0-2, swing and a miss, struck her out. First out of the inning, 12th strikeout of the game by Dunn. And it brings in Abby Alvarado. Alvarado on the day, 0 for 2 as this Lady Bobcat lineup has been limited to 3 hits in the game. Alvarado stands in. 2 on, 1 out. First pitch, shows a bunt, missed it, foul ball. 0-1. On deck stands Kelsey Pizarro.
Reagan Dunn knows exactly how to work herself out of that. That pitch was inside, forced Alvarado to bunt it foul. we go.
Alvarado stands back in. Dunn brings it home. Low. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 on, 1 out. 6th inning action. Tuloso Midway, game 1 of a best-of-3 series between Rio Hondo and Cuero. The Lady Gobblers right now on top 4-0. They scored a run in the 3rd, a run in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and here's the next one coming. Check swing, strike called. Getting late here for Rio Hondo fans as we're in the 6th inning. But it's not as late as it was last week when they were down a bunch of runs about this time of the game. There's a pop-up on the infield. Diving play, and a catch is made. Throw to second base, back in time there. Reagan Dunn with a masterful catch there on a diving attempt, covering the mound. Alvarado retired. Good base running by Annie Alvarado to get back. As that's not an infield fly rule, that's a pop-up. So that was a live ball.
And a short pop-up. Reagan Dunn had to dive for that ball and made the catch.
Kelsey Pizarro stands in. Rio Hondo still looking for that hit with runners in scoring position. Pizarro's been on once. She reached on an error.
Ball low.
That one gets away. Everybody moves up. Now 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs. Lady Bobcats stranded 3 in the 1st inning. Another in the 2nd. Lost their next 2 base runners in the 4th and 5th inning. Have 2 aboard here in the 6th. 2 outs. Pizarro could deliver a big hit here and get them right back in this game. Hit most likely scores 2. Dunn. 1-0 pitch. Headed home. Big swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Count evens up. 1-1.
Pizarro was going for the fences on that. Wasn't going to get cheated on that swing. Looking at the baseball score over there, it's now 2-0 between Carroll and Valley View. Swing and a foul ball out of play. Off the bat of Kelsey Pizarro. And now Reagan Dunn, a strikeout or a strike away from getting out of this inning. In the 6th, it'll be the number 4 hitter due up for the Lady Gobblers. Pizarro has to protect the plate. In the hole, 1-2. Reagan Dunn takes her time on the mound, gets back on. Ready to go. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball to short, bobbled, picked up, throw across in time for the out.
Nice play by the shortstop to make it.
Good recovery by Destiny Ross as she bobbled it, but then unleashed a major league throw across the diamond for the out. Inning comes to an end for Rio Hondo in the 6th. No runs, a hit, a walk, 2 more left. We've played 5.5. Bottom of the 6th coming up. This is RioSportsLive.com.
A&B's Cafe is just the right spot for your lunchtime or early morning cravings, as they have a terrific menu and environment that make you feel right at home. Be sure to check out the soups and sandwiches of the day. You have to try one of the specialty coffee or cappuccinos with an assortment of flavors that's sure to meet your heart's desire. J&B Cafe also offers small catering jobs and private parties. Open daily, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. in downtown Harlingen at 204 East Jackson Street. Call ahead at 956-425-5282 or stop by. It's J&B Cafe when shopping downtown Harlingen. There's nothing more personal than a homemade quilt, and at GOB Quilts on 102 South 3rd Street in Harlingen, they have everything for a quilter's dreams. Fabrics, tools, threads, and everything else needed for the smallest quilts to the most elaborate imagined. GOB Quilts is a unique source, and it's well worth a stop as you shop downtown Harlingen.
Lombardi Tire Shop. Tenemos llantas nuevas y usadas de todas las medidas, socateras y de todo terreno. balanceo y válvulas nuevas y no les cobramos por las llantas que nos dejen. Los esperamos en la 300 Carretera Militar.
Back here at Toledo Midway, RioSportsLive.com. Rio Hondo taking on Cuero. Cuero with the 4-0 lead as we start the bottom of the 6th inning. Ainsley Reeve to lead it off.
First pitch to her is ball 1.
Followed by Mariah Guzman, Jalissa Richmond. Anybody gets on. Tiara Johnson. Back on the mound is Domo de Jesus, who came in relief. Check swing on an off-speed pitch. And Reeve way out in front of that. Evens the count at 1-1. Wind continues to blow out here. I'm shocked something hasn't left this park yet. Nobody's really tattooed a ball off either of these, well, all three of the pitchers that have been in this game. Foul ball. Takes the count to 1-2. Fans, we understand San Benito won. Boy, we tried the dickens to get a crew out there. I posted all kinds of help wanted stuff out there for announcers and camera operators and technicians to run our games. Still looking for that as a ball misses. Evening the count at 2-2 on the leadoff hitter, Ainsley Reeve, here in the 6th inning for the Cuero Gobblers. Anyway, San Benito wins that game, so they're up 1-0 in that series out at St. Mary's against Eagle Pass.
Nice changeup by De Jesus.
Scoreboard operator reads 2-2. Not the first time he and I have disagreed. But we'll go 2-2, I suppose. We'll stick, now it's 3-2. I was right. Wow. Next one coming. Check swing. Ball 4. Base runner for the Gobblers, or is it? That's a foul ball.
No, she's going to. She wasn't quite sure what the count was either.
Okay, that's a walk.
But
all
that's
right.
ball 4.
So she was decoyed, and I wasn't. All right, I was just swayed by the umpire. Eventually, you gotta just go with their call, right? You have to.
Okay.
Leadoff hitter aboard. Nonetheless, here's Mariah Guzman. Guzman on the day, 0 for 3. Grounded out to third in the first. Grounded out to short in the third. Hit the ball in the air to center field in the fourth, and bats here in the 6th with a runner on. Keep track of the other games going on in the Rio Grande Valley. Brownsville Veterans, we had that game. We were covering it earlier today. Harlingen South playing in a one-game decides it all tonight against Edinburgh Vela. Understand a huge crowd out there. Audio only on that one going on Rio Sports Live. There's a pop foul out of play. San Benito, the only one we couldn't get out and cover this week. Wasn't for lack of effort. Last week we were able to have the Lady Hounds in, and the Lady Hawks were left out, and so I heard it from their fans. This week I'll hear it from the Lady Hound fans. And, I'm sitting here in one of 4 spots I could have been in. And we'll get there, my friends. We'll get there. That's why Mr. Esparza and Mr. Flores are helping me out here tonight. They're gonna take the reins of this series from Game 2. Allowing me to cross town. There's a fly ball down the left field line. That's trouble.
Just
foul.
Just foul. Count goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes.
On Guzman. On deck is Jalissa Richmond. Now Richmond and Kendall Richardson have been thorns in the side, as well as Reagan Dunn. Dunn, of course, on the mound and with a bat, but Richmond, who stands on deck, has been on 3 times, has scored a run, and Richardson has been on 3 times and scored a run. Guzman sandwich in the middle of that, looking for a first hit of the game. 2-2 the count. Here it comes. Low for ball 3. 5 o'clock the start for tomorrow's game here at Toledo Midway. I checked the weather. We're in good shape. I think we're in real good shape. You guys might get hot out here, but not as hot as I will be a 2 o'clock game.
There's a long hit.
That's a foul ball.
It is foul ball.
I get the pleasure of being at that 2 o'clock game for Game 2 of that Brownsville Veterans Series. I'll be sun-soaked at Cabinets.
Maybe the wind would let up, though. It would be heaven.
I don't know. I may be hoping for some wind tomorrow in that heat. Turf field will be hot to play on as well. Guzman waits. There's a 3-2. That's up high. Another walk.
So we got runners at first and second now. 2 base on balls. in a row.
Brings in Jalissa Richmond, and that brings out Brett Esparza to talk things over. As they talk it over, we'll be right back. This is RioSportsLive.com.
At Illuminations, we're a one-stop shop. We have all the lighting you need for your new home, outdoor lighting, ceiling fans, chandeliers. So when you're building your new home, we work well with your builder. We'll get your floor plans, or we'll walk the house if we need to, make sure all the light fixtures that you get are gonna work and are gonna look good together. Illuminations is a family-owned business. We've been in business for 17 years now. My parents actually were in the construction industry prior to opening the store, and it was during this time that they noticed a need for a store like ours, one that would provide the customer service that contractors and new homeowners are looking for, and eliminate the headaches that you might get when you're shopping at a big box store and you don't get that.
Back here after the conference on the mound, and stepping into the plate is Jalissa Richmond. Takes two out of the strike zone from Dominic DeJesus, and in this bottom of the sixth inning, this is draw the line in the sand time. If you're the Rio Hondo Lady Bobcats, you've given up 4 runs, 2 on, nobody out. Got to find a way to get out of this and stay in this ball game. Meanwhile, Cuero could break it open and try to take control of game 1 of this best-of-3 series. Next pitch coming. Inside. 3-0 and a big groan that time from the Rio Hondo fans who wanted that inside corner. But all night long, Joe Minnick has said it's going to be in the strike zone and over the heart of the plate. We're not giving any corners today. We're going to make these pitchers deliver strikes, and the hitters can go to work if they want. DeJesus has to bring a strike and doesn't. Misses for a walk.
So the bases are juiced with no outs.
3 consecutive walks, and that's going to bring out a pitching change for the Rio Hondo Lady Bobcats. It'll be a straight change. We'll tell you who the new pitcher is right after this. This is RioSportsLive.com.
Worried about going to the dentist? Don't worry. It doesn't have to be that way. We know just how you feel. Sure, it can feel a little scary. Still no? Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
Back here at RioSportsLive.com, and we have a timeout called. Pitching change as Dominic DeJesus and Kelsey Pizarro switch positions again. Kelsey started this game on the mound, and now as she comes back, she inherits a jam, to say the least. Bases loaded, nobody out. And this inning, Albert Esparza could, or this game could go back, if you want to circle the turning point. First inning, bases loaded, nobody out, Rio Hondo.
Yeah, exactly.
3 strikeouts and later, no runs across.
So here we go to Tiara Johnson. Again, with bases loaded, no one out. Re-entry by Kelsey Pizarro.
Tiara Johnson at the plate. First pitch coming. Bases loaded. Swinging a ground ball to in the hole into left field. One run scores. The other runner checks up. Base is still loaded. Johnson delivers. It's a 5-0 game.
Just out of the reach of Nayeli Garcia at third base line, and he gets through the gap for run number 5. Remains nobody out, and base is still loaded. Next pitch by Pizarro, ball 1.
This is Caston Heinhold. Heinhold walked in the second inning, strikeout victim in the 4th, and then hit it to first base unassisted in the 5th. She's 0 for 2. Takes it low in the dirt for a ball. Base is still loaded, still nobody out. As Heinhold steps in. The 2-0 pitch is on the way. Swinging a little chopper, foul ball. Takes the count to 2-1. Two balls, one strike to count.
Heinhold digs in, and here comes the pitch by Pizarro. And the ball is high for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike now.
3 walks already in the inning. Issued by Rio Hondo pitchers. As Caston Heinhold steps in.
And the pitch is high.
And that's a walk.
That's a walk.
That'll drive in a run. Makes it a 6-0 game. 4th walk of the inning. Base is still loaded. And here's Destiny Ross.
And still no one out.
Ross in the game. Reached on an error. That was in the 2nd inning. Struck out in the 4th. There's a strike called there. And then singled and scored a run in the 5th. Up and down the lineup, Cuero's had base runners across the board. Every hitter, 1 through 9, has been on base at least once, some as many as 3. Runner at third has to stay alive.
Strike.
Meanwhile, a strike call takes it to 0-2 on Ross. Standing on deck is Reagan Dunn. Ross at the plate. Swing and a miss. See you later.
Swing and a miss. And that's out number 1.
5th strikeout issued by, recorded by the Rio Hondo pitching staff. And here's Reagan Dunn. Now Dunn in the game, as the pitcher of record, is winning. Grounded out in the 1st, hit one hard in the 2nd.
First pitch to her is ball.
She singled and scored a run, stole a base also in the 4th. Singled, drove in a run in the 5th. And now bats here with her team up 6-0. Way high for a ball. 5 o'clock tomorrow. Game 2 of this best-of-3 series between Rio Hondo and Cuero. Next one coming. Low for a ball.
Alvarado throws down to third base, but not in time.
For Rio Hondo in the 7th inning, it'll be the 8 and 9 hitters due up. Trailing by at least 6. Dunn would like to add a couple more insurance run for her cause.
Calls strike 1.
That's a strike. 3-1. Dunn taking all the way. There's a fly ball into right field. That's a diving attempt. It's down. 1 run scores. Here comes another runner coming in to score. Down to third base. Goes Heinhold, and Dunn delivers with a double.
Just short of the dive by Anthony Orozco. Gets through And now it's 8-0.
8-0, and now this game in jeopardy of ending early because of the fact that the 10th run stands at second base for the Cuero Gobblers. And they could end this in 6. Still one down. Andrea Aguilar stands in. Aguilar, a couple of hits, couple of RBIs as well. Takes the ball. This inning started with 3 consecutive walks. On deck, Kendall Richardson. She's been on 3 times. Aguilar hits it hard to second. Out at first as a run scores. Down to third base goes Dunn. 2 down. (4-3) on the put out. 9-0 game, and here's Kendall Richardson. She's the 9th hitter to hit here in the 6th inning for the Cuero Gobblers. Richardson singled in the first, singled and scored a run in the third. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th, and flied to center field in the 5th. She could end this game with a hit here. Dunn stands at third. Pitch coming. Foul ball, out of play. 0-1. Richardson stands in. Pizarro trying to get out of this 6th. Low, ball 1, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Strike called.
Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pizarro trying to get out of this inning.
Next one coming. Swing and a miss. Got out of the inning with a strikeout. In the inning for Cuero, they hit 9 hitters. They score 5 runs. They do so on 2 hits. Leave a runner at third. We head to the 7th inning. Reagan Dunn will try to finish what she started. She shut out the Lady Cats for 6. 7th inning comes up after this on RioSportsLive.com.
Fans, if you're looking for that special something that has anything to do with your favorite teams, then Sports Fans on 111 East Jackson in Harlingen is the stop to make. Fully licensed pro and college team collectibles and an assortment that grows each and every day. Check out the Facebook updates at Sports Fans. Open Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 6, and Saturdays, 10 to 5 at 111 East Jackson, or call ahead at 956-425-7600. It's Sports Fans when you shop downtown Harlingen.
Back on the mound, Reagan Dunn, and what a performance thus far by the Lady Gobbler senior pitcher, shutting out Rio Hondo as we head to the 7th inning. And back on the mic, Manny Flores, and wow, what a performance by Dunn, starting off in the 1st inning.
Yes, sir. She's got 12 strikeouts during the first game of the series, and up to bat for the Lady Cats. It's like number 17, April Adames.
Adames will lead it off, followed by Anthony Orozco and then Nayeli Garcia. First pitch coming, and there's a swing and a miss, strike 1.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Adames 0 for 1 on the day. She struck out in the 2nd. She did reach base on a fielder's choice in the 4th. Bats here in the 7th inning. Well, it came back 11-2. That's a 9-run deficit. And strike 2 is a swinging strike.
Swing and a miss by number 17, Adames. Brings the count to no balls.
0-2. Adames waits. Reagan brings it home. See you later.
And strike 3. 1 down for the Lady Cats. Top of the 7th inning.
That's 13 strikeouts in the game. And it brings in Anthony Orozco.
Number 18, Anthony Orozco up to bat for the Lady Cats.
Orozco hit by a pitch, stole the base in the 2nd inning. Takes one high for a ball. This game started with the bases loaded, nobody out for the Rio Hondo Lady Bobcats. Opportunity certainly knocking at the door. And then Reagan Dunn slammed the door shut. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count to Orozco. Reagan is ready. Reagan Dunn brings it home. Inside. 2-1.
And once again, we can't talk about it enough, but this impressive performance by Reagan Dunn for the Lady Gobblers.
Spins the next one home. That's in the dirt. Ball 3 to Orozco. You got the leadoff hitter on deck for the Rio Hondo Lady Bobcats. That's Nayeli Garcia. Hits have been hard to come by. Runs, non-existent for Rio Hondo here in this one. They've been shut out so far on just 3 hits. Foul ball out of play.
And that brings the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
3-2 to Orozco. Trying to get on base. Nayeli Garcia on deck. And then if anybody keeps the inning going, Bianca Cruz will get a chance to swing away. And at this point, you're just trying to get some timing issues down. For game 2, there's a ground ball. That's just foul down the first baseline. Count stays at 3-2 on Orozco.
And Orozco's trying to make something happen with a full count. He's hanging on for dear life.
Reagan Dunn ready to go. Spins it home. Swing another foul ball. Look out in the stands. Just past it. And Rio Hondo faithful.
And Orozco continues to hang on. Trying to make something happen here in the top of the 7th inning.
Orozco continues to battle away. Dunn is ready. Stands on. Brings it home. Another foul ball. Good at bat thus far by Orozco. Again, you use this for firepower tomorrow. These hitters on this approach through the lineup. You've seen Dunn. In this case, this is the 3rd time around for Orozco. And now working the count full, fouling off several pitches. Gets more and more comfortable with how these pitches are coming in. Swings and misses. That one gets away. Catcher picks it up, throws to first, and out at first base. K2-3 on the putout. That's 14 strikeouts, and that was bang, bang at first. Now time is called.
Seems we have a little bit of a disagreement on.
I thought she might have been safe, but hey.
It looks safe from here by maybe half a step.
Fans, you can go back and watch it here in just a little bit. With some of our other games tonight, we're experimenting with some instant replay. Yeah, she's called out.
And that's 2 outs for the Lady Cats.
I don't see that overturned many times when the first base ump is in position to call that out.
Yep. Up to bat for the Lady Cats, number 16, Nayeli Garcia. Top of the lineup for Rio Hondo.
Credit, though, to a Robert Orozco, who, from Bryan, Texas, decided, let's just check it out with my cohort. Joe Minnick behind the plate. Ball one misses to Garcia. Now, Ellie's been hit by a pitch, not once, but twice. On deck stands Bianca Cruz. Garcia has also struck out in the game. Who hasn't, you say? Well, there is a hitter that has not struck out in this game, and that's Annie Alvarado. Annie in the game has 2 of the 3 hits for the Rio Hondo Lady Bobcats. So perhaps everyone will talk to Annie. Or did she strike out? No, I got her. She hit it to 4 unassisted in the 3rd inning. There's a strike call. 3-1 the count. Yeah, she was the first hitter, Annie Alvarado, that did not strike out for an out against Reagan Dunn. 2 balls, 1 strike to count to Nayeli Garcia. Swinging a ground ball. Back to Dunn, knocks it down, flips it over, and completes the shutout. 1-3 on the putout, 7th inning in the book for Rio Hondo Lady Bobcats. No runs, no hits, nobody left. They were shut out on 3 hits. Let me talk about your star of the game, Reagan Dunn. Went 3 for 5 at the plate, including 3 RBIs and a run scored. Meanwhile, on the mound, 7 innings distance, allowing just 3 hits, striking out 14. I don't think I got to talk about anybody else as far as a star, but Jalissa Richmond, nonetheless, was another star for the Cuero Gobblers. She reached base on 4 different occasions, scored a couple of runs. For Rio Hondo, again, it goes back to Annie Alvarado. The shortstop today went 2 for 3, 2 of the 3 hits for the Lady Bobcats, who fall in this one by the final score of 9-0. They'll regroup, and these 2 teams will hit this same field tomorrow at 5 o'clock. That's going to do it for our broadcast. And our thanks again to the many, many fans that watch this game, reminding you we'll leave it up for a little while, but these coaches are going to ask us to pull these games on these video presentations. We do appreciate the 2 schools assisting us in the broadcast. My thanks to Albert Esparza, to Manny Flores. Guys, it's all yours tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
No pressure. No pressure.
Looking forward to it.
And, Coach, thanks down there on the camera. We got things handled. She's got a big job tomorrow, too. My wife, Dahlia, actually showed up tonight. My thanks to her. Dislocated arm. I wouldn't be here. I'm telling you right now. Until next time, we're taking it off of here from Toledo Midway. This has been a presentation of RioSportsLive.com. 9-0. Cuero defeats Rio Hondo. So long for just a while.